They're coming for every second of your life. That's what these companies are coming to. This company as well. And it's not because anyone is bad. It's not because anyone in this company has evil plans or is trying to do this. They're not even doing it consciously. It's because these companies like Twitter and YouTube and Instagram and everything, they went public and they went to shareholders. So they have to grow. Their entire models are based off of growth. They cannot stay stagnant. Twitter grossed $4-5 billion last year. It is in the red. It is unprofitable. It has to get more of you. That could be the ceiling for a place like this. YouTube, the ceiling could be 3 hours of engagement. No matter how nice it's trying to be, it is all that they're trying to get more engagement from you.
The great Bo Burnham, speaking at YouTube Space LA, preaches truth bomb after truth bomb on the dire effects of capitalism and social media.
A number of states are moving to regulate social media use among children and teens. New York State is the latest, with a new law that would allow parents to block their children from getting social media posts suggested by a platform's algorithm. About 1 in 5 American adolescents report having anxiety and depression, and CDC data show teenage girls are facing record levels of sadness and suicide risk. It all comes amid a larger conversation about social media and smartphones.
Even with the data that has been compiled, these companies that are coming out of Silicon Valley could care less, because even with these declines in the youth, the profit margins are what matters.
We used to colonize land. That was the thing you could expand into, and that's where money was to be made. We colonized the entire earth. There was no other place for the businesses and capitalism to expand into, and then they realized human attention. That they are now trying to colonize every minute of your life. That is what these people are trying to do. Every single free moment you have is a moment you could be looking at your phone and they could be gathering information to target ads at you. That's what's happening. So like, as much as we can, have really good conversations and try to humanize the conversations, the mechanism of the business is rolling towards that just because of the market. So it's coming. It's coming for every free second you have. And that's dark. That's really, really dark and scary.
Beyond scary. And him stating they are now trying to colonize every minute of your life rings hollow. Johan Hari will explain how.
You are not the customer of Facebook. You are the product they sell to the advertisers. Every time you open Facebook or any of the other social media sites, they are making money out of you. All of their engineering power, all of their algorithms is designed towards keeping you scrolling as often and as long as they possibly can. That leads to anger in a slightly weird way. It comes down to something called negativity bias. Human beings will stare for longer at something that upsets us or angers us than we do at something that makes us feel good and happy.
So not only are they keeping our attention, but in many ways they are doing so by angering us with shock content. How can this be healthy? Well, the truth is, it isn't.
I look at America in general and I go we are all acting like 13-year-olds. I do think, the responsibility, the tech companies have a huge responsibility. And it's the tech companies that need to step up, I think. Diversifying tech would help, one, to have a diverse amount of opinion making, because they are making decisions about the neurochemistry of an entire generation, and it's 9 dudes in Silicon Valley, 5 of them putting their hands up, and then every kid's brain changes. If you ever met these people, programmers aren't the most socially genius people in the world. I don't know if you've met any of them, but to actually get some women, and some just people in the humanities in tech is absolutely essential.
Speaking of a non-genius who runs a social media company that badly needs what Burnham is preaching.
So, we're trying to get good things done, but also have a good time doing it, and and have a sense of humor, So, the sort of the left wanted to make comedy illegal, you can't make fun of anything. So then it was comedy sucks. It's nothing's funny. You can't make fun of anything. It's legalize comedy. Yeah.
Not only does this man need to be far away from government and running a social media company, he needs self-reflection. He's also an example of a man-child who is chronically online and cares about his image, which continues to falter with each passing day.
Why do you think Snapchat exists? Why do you think they would make a company for 13-year-olds where a photo disappears after 24 hours? Why do you think kids would want to use that? You know, I've been to Silicon Valley. I've met these places. They're buildings full of 300 people who are all employed to give children what they want, not what they need. The base interests of children's wants. Because before, you wanted to get to a kid, you had to appeal to their parents, because their parents would turn the television off. So if you wanted to make a program for a kid, it had to appeal to their parents, because their parents were in control of the media they consumed. The kids have direct access to it now, so it doesn't matter. And there's an entire dialogue happening between these tech companies and kids that parents are completely unaware of. And entire companies and apps evolving and changing based on a complete dialogue with kids like ids. It's wild, 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 wild stuff.
It is wild stuff. In addition, as parents, we can only do so much in this day and age to try and protect our kids from the dangers all of these companies dabble in to capture the minds of the youth.
We're in the middle of a youth mental health crisis in America. This is the defining public health challenge of our time. And I'm very concerned that social media has become an important contributor to the pain and struggles that many of our young people are facing.
The impact social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok have on the public, notably teens, is unquestioned. But what's still at play is how much of that impact is negative.
We saw a big decrease in teen mental health, increase in depression, which was pretty well time-locked to when social media got really big and when it became super engaging.
In a recent CDC study from 2011 to 2021, when social media use was booming, the percentage of teen girls who reported persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness increased by nearly 60%.
Unfortunately, the state of data sharing in 2023 is worse than it was in 2022 and 2021. Companies have largely sort of en masse closed databases that and APIs that were used by academics to understand what sort of behavior was like on the platforms.
This is a time when we're saying as a community, we have to pay attention, we have to do something different immediately. This is an urgent scenario right now.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag. Football's become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Like, let's not beat around the bush about it.